Good evening. Welcome back. Welcome in. How are we doing today? It's only been 5 days. It hasn't even been a week. So I'm expecting a good report. I'm expecting an awesome report. How many are going to say, I totally blew it? I blew it. In 5 days, believe it or not, Apostle, I blew it. Is there anyone here that could say that? I am losing my level of self-awareness. I completely forgot about self-regulating and I blew up. My relationships have also been impacted by it. And the empathy thing, it came to me after. Is there anyone here that can say, I just completely blew it, or I've been coasting along fairly well? Good evening. Good evening. Come on. Did you blow it, or are you coasting along fairly well? Talk to me. Booker said he's doing well. Mike Rose is hanging on strong. Awesome. Crystal's doing a lot of breathing. Awesome. Oh, Destiny blew it. Patricia said she's fair. Working on the self-awareness is Ashley. Okay, Thomasina's doing well. Okay, I see you, Richard and Carolyn. Good evening, everyone. I see your comments. So exciting. Rafael Sanchez says he's coasting. Come on, look like the men are doing well. Deja's doing okay with a lot of awareness. That's good to hear. That's important. Working it out day by day. I had an opportunity to speak with Minister Vanessa, and she had shared with me a couple of episodes, or events would be the proper word, a couple of events this month, and it's in January, and it seems like she has been completely tested right from the beginning. And I told her that was the Holy Spirit. There's probably promotion and something awesome on the way for her, and that's why she was tested immediately by it, because that's some heavy testing that she shared with me. But the awesome part about it is she shared that she did well. The teaching came right up. It was fresh. We were making a new habit of it. We were in it for 30 days, so it was fresh. And she was able to confront even those that might even be considered, if not upper level or even peer-to-peer level. You know, that can bring a lot of static in the workplace, but she was able to do it. And that's a beautiful thing. Thank you, Carolyn Booker, already sending a superstar on YouTube. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you. I know it's only been 5 days, but I wanted to get back on for the raffle portion, not so much as a check-in, but while we're here, we might as well do the check-in. We might as well do the check-in. If a question I want to ask is, has anyone been able to check out the membership options on YouTube? The membership options on YouTube. Let's see what you guys are saying. Even if you get the smallest one, because you're going to get in some particular insight in here that most people won't. These people here are crazy, these creatures. All right. Welcome in, family. It's 5 days. I've been kind to you, right? Coming back to check on you in 5 days. I must really love you. My commitment level is on high. Okay. They haven't checked them out yet, and that's fine. No problem. We're going to keep tweaking them and increasing anyway on what's available through it. Again, I said the least amount was like $2.99 a month, but that would help also with some of the options that we're going to be doing even for times like this. We're going to do the raffle giveaway, but I think Ebony is still working that out. Ebony, just shoot me a text and let me know if you want me to start in on our check-in, and then we could do the raffle before we leave, and then I'll take it from there. I want to know if the raffle is, are you able to do the raffle online yet? We only have 47 tonight. So someone's probably going to win who's not here. And I'm going to let y'all decide. Should we let someone win who is not online, or do they have to be online? What do y'all think we should do? It's a big deal, right? How did y'all know we were getting online? Okay. Okay. It seems like Ebony is ready. Crystal says yes. Carolyn's competitive. She says no. Mariah said they should be online. Be online. Okay, so y'all got notifications. So they did too. And it's a Monday night. And this is my day off. But I did it because most people are home on Mondays. Let them win even if they're not online. And then someone else said they need to be online. Thomasina, why didn't you get a notification? All right, well, let's see. We'll work it out, I guess. We'll find out if the person is online or not. Ebony, why don't you bring yourself on and we can share with them what we are using so we can figure out who is the winner. The first person is someone who have had to gone on Amazon and done an Amazon review. That person is the first one. And Ebony, you got your voice, your mic on?
Yes.
Awesome. There she goes. All right. So why don't you show us how you're going to do the raffle, and then you can let us know who the winner is.
Okay, 1 second.
No problem. Sorry.
I have the raffle here on my phone. And all of your names are here. You can't really see it, but all of your names are here. So I'm going to start the raffle, and I'm going to try to show the screen to see whose name it lands on.
And either way, take a screenshot when it lands on the winner. So it's an app, and we enter in all the names on the app, and then the app will stop on a certain person, and that's going to be the winner for the year of mental health coaching regarding EI.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go.
Let's go. Oh my God, these birds. Go. And now it's spinning.
The winner is Evangelist Gwen.
Uh-oh. Is she online?
Evangelist Gwen won.
Let's see if she's online. Evangelist Gwen, are you online? I don't see her online. But y'all said, huh, Carolyn? They said they should still be able to win even though they're not here. All right, we're going to go for round 2. We're going to go for the one who gets a free ticket to mentoring in March. This person is up to receive free mentoring the whole 4 sessions in March. Who do we have?
All right, let's start the raffle. It's starting now. 3, 2, 1. Going.
Is any of Evangelist Gwen's friends online? I wonder if they can go ahead and text her and let her know that she needs to get on ASAP.
Renee Holly won.
Renee Holly. Oh my God. Renee, are you here? Come on, Renee Holly. Are you here? Come on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Renee. Are you here? Let's lock it in. Renee's on. Go ahead, Renee. You assured your seat at the table. Ebony will send you the information. She'll go ahead and register you, and you'll get an information email. And we're on 4 weeks in a row, 1 night a week, and we're into a deep mentoring session, and you're going to truly love it. And I believe you're going to come back every quarter. It's going to be well worth your dime spent. Congratulations, Renee Holly. Congratulations. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, Ebony. I feel like there should be a consequence to us not being ready at the last day of Soul Detox. And I think the consequence is we have to pick another person for a free rest of the year life coaching.
Okay.
Well, let's see if they want it first. Let's see what they say. Does anyone feel that we should have one more raffle for 1 year of life coaching for the rest of this year? Is there anyone that says, yep, I think we should do it? Are you here? Let's see. Gwen Douglas is always winning. It's so true.
They're all saying yes.
Yep. Oh, they're all saying yes. Wow. All yeses. Well, get going, Ebony.
Okay. Let's do it again. 3, 2,
The card.
1.
Oh, my pocketbook. Carolyn said she's here. Leah, when I was testing the app, your name was the one that landed as the winner on our test. Who do we have?
We have Danielle Griffiths.
Oh my goodness.
Is she
Oh
here?
my goodness. Oh my goodness. Danielle, are you here? Danielle, are you here? Oh, goody. Let's see if she's here. Let's see if Minister Danielle said, I am here. Danielle, do you want it? I know you have other things going on in your life that are just so wonderful and you're just so blessed. Do you want it, or do you want to give it away to someone else? Carolyn is too funny tonight. Where's Danielle? What are you saying, Danielle? Do you want it, or are you passing? She's nervous. She's probably afraid. Of course I want it. Come on, we just want to make sure. Come out wherever you are. We're calling Danielle. I want it. Well, you can't say both things. That's not self-awareness. She wants it. That's the first thing she said. I want it, but I'll gift it. No. You can't pick twice. One answer is all you're allowed. I asked one question. You only could give one answer. Good evening, Prophet Lovemore Jeza from Africa. God bless you, my brother. All right. Once, twice, 3 times a lady or a man. Let's give one more away, Ebony. Because I'm big on keeping my word. And when we didn't have it ready because I had to write the names out on the papers and I just didn't have the time to do it. Now we're more technologically savvy. We're going to go ahead and bless another person.
Okay.
Thank you, Manny Davis, for the super chat. $4.99 super chat.
Here we go.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Who is the winner?
They all want it.
That's good.
The winner is Minister Leah Shaw.
Who is it?
Minister Leah Shaw.
Minister Leah. All right. I was going to assume that I blew it when her name came up during our test run of the app. So look at that. Congratulations, Minister Leah Shaw. The rest of you, come on. We've made it so affordable to you. I'm guaranteeing you life change. I'm guaranteeing you life change satisfaction. You will see 50% improvement of your life if you do the work and cooperate. In this year, I am guaranteeing 50% improvement of your life if you do your work, your side of it, and if you remain teachable. 50% improvement. It's worth it to you. Taste and see. I promise you it works well. Thank you all for being in our challenge on tonight. Let's do our session check-in. So come on in. Thank you, my dear solutionist secretary. And we can talk about how we'll get them their information. Beautiful. All right. Welcome, everyone. Still only 54 of us in, but that's enough for us to get to work. Come on in. You can't see it right here, but I have a chair here waiting for you. And I want you to come on in and take a seat. We're at our session. And how are you today? Oh, you seem a little frazzled, a little overwhelmed. Was it stressful with traffic or was it a busy day? How was your day today? Okay, well, why don't we start once you take off your jacket and put your bag down? Why don't we just take a moment and breathe? Let's all breathe. Can we do that together? Let's go. Let's breathe in our nose, hold it, and out our mouth. Come on, one more time. Breathe in our nose, hold it, and then out our mouth. Now sit back a little bit if you can, because I notice a lot of you come into my office, you sit up. Some are on edge. You don't even relax for the session. One more time. Breathe in, hold it, breathe out. Very good. Now I want you to take a moment. And when I say a moment, we only can probably do 10 seconds right now. I want you to take 10 seconds and just think of something wonderful, something beautiful, something that brings you joy, comfort, peace, serenity. I want you to think of something. Put yourself on that island, that beach, that country, that restaurant, that spa, that fireplace in the snowy mountain or that rainy bungalow by the sea. Put yourself in that spot. And then we're just going to count down from 10. And I'll do it softly while you do mindfulness. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Great job. That's just how you shake, shake, shake. Shake the day off. When we started in our last group therapy session, we went through the entire teaching and training for emotional intelligence for mental well-being, a life coach guide. I want us now to work in our session together, and we're just going to reflect back to chapter 1. So if you can go and grab the material, if you don't have it, it's okay. I'm pretty hands-on. I want you to start at chapter 1 when we embarked on this journey and we were understanding emotional intelligence. We weren't into self-regulation or empathy or relationships. It was you and I, and it was you and the Lord working through emotional intelligence and understanding it. So I'm going to read this part again. I believe it may be on page 41. Emotions are a fundamental part of human experience. They color our interactions, shape our decisions, and influence the qualities of our lives. It's amazing because we're getting ready to have a paint night. And they were trying to come up with a theme for the paint night. And they were wondering how they could work emotional intelligence into being the theme. Now, with that in mind, take that thought of a paint night, you in front of a blank canvas with all the colors of your choosing. And on that canvas, you're just either going to follow the sketch artist's design or you're going to create your own. But the design is going to come from this line. So think on this. Okay, we're working mindfulness tonight, and we're not allowing our mind to just scatter and roam. We're being intentional with our thoughts tonight. So I want you to think on this. When you choose a color, I want you to think of the color's interactions. Think of the interaction with color in your life. When you sketch what you want, or as we asked the sketch artist to come on and sketch out on our canvas, I want them to focus on some theme that has decision making in it. And I want you to shape your sketch based on some sort of decisions. It could be a globe because you have a worldwide decision to make. It could be praying hands because you have a decision to make through prayer. Whatever abstract you come up with, it works. And then I'm going to finish this line. They color our interactions, shape our decisions, and influence the qualities of our lives. Yet for many, emotions remain mysterious and at times overwhelming. How do you navigate this complex landscape, and what role does emotional intelligence play in achieving a happier and healthier life? So when you look at color, I want you to think how these colors are going to highlight your interactions. And then your sketch is going to have something to do with decision making and influence on the quality of our lives. And then I want you to just go ahead and paint it. Isn't that powerful? Remember that how you navigate this complex landscape and what roles emotional intelligence play in achieving a happier and healthier life is pivotal for us to focus on this in every session throughout the end of this year. When we talk about defining emotional intelligence, we stressed on the fact on night 1 that emotional intelligence is the key to unlocking the secrets of your emotional well-being. Emotional intelligence is the key. There's another sketch to unlocking the secrets of emotional well-being. At its core, EI is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage and use emotions effectively. What does that say to you? You can determine it based on your day or this year, this far. But when I say to you that emotional intelligence is the ability, how about if I rephrase it this way? Emotional intelligence is your ability to recognize, understand, and manage and use your emotions effectively. In what way can you think right now that you would like to begin to recognize, understand, and manage your emotions effectively? Is there anything that comes to your mind? Good, 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 good. I'm reading your chat messages. Very good. Because emotional intelligence is a skill, that gives us the great relief that even though we may be overwhelmed thinking, I'm a mess, I'm a hot mess, I'm a wretch undone, I feel like everything but a child of God, because emotional intelligence is a skill, it can be developed. And believe it or not, over these 30 days, these last 30 days, emotional intelligence has already been developed in you. You have more than you had before you started. So always focus on your achievements before you start looking for areas where you need to work for improvement. Okay? Achievements comes before I. Achievements come before improvements. Think on these things. We're being intentional about our thoughts tonight. Because emotional intelligence is a skill that can be developed and honed over time, improved over time, it's also closely tied to your mental health. So if you struggle in areas of your mental health, we can directly go through it. You can sign up with a therapist and get into some therapeutic counseling sessions, and you can start working your emotional intelligence. When you garner the skills of not perfection, perfected, ongoing, long-term goals and plans for your emotional intelligence, you will also improve your mental health. Does that sound like a powerful vitamin mix right there or not? So self-awareness, this is where we're going to land tonight. Self-awareness, because the 4 pillars, the foundation, the walls that hold up the house that you are, the 4 pillars starts with self-awareness. And self-awareness involves recognizing and understanding your emotions as they arise. Recognizing and understanding your emotions as they arise. It's the ability to name what you're feeling and why you are feeling it. To name what you are feeling and why you are feeling it. Self-awareness forms the foundation of emotional intelligence because it sets the stage for the other components. What are the other components? Well, self-awareness is first, self-regulation is second, empathy is third, and fourth is relationship management. Where we are tonight in our one-on-one session, this is why I'm sitting where I'm sitting, have the camera fairly close to me, because I want you to feel the impact and the power of us being together, just you and I. It doesn't matter who's around you or what noise is happening around you. Be intentional about your thoughts tonight, and it's just you and I. Feel the safe space that you're in. Feel the safe place that I have provided just for you to be unjudged. Very uncomplicated time together where anything you share is between us and it's held against everyone else. We will not discuss it with anyone else. That's the place that's provided for you. So when we talk about the first pillar, which is self-awareness, this is what we're going to do tonight for our work. Are we okay? How are you feeling? Do you need to breathe? How are you doing? Looks like you guys look like you're okay. All right. So, first, I want to make sure that you feel welcome and that the comfort level is what you want. For example, if you come into the office, you might want to sit in a chair. 99% of the people sit in a chair. Some people are way more comfortable sitting on a couch. Some actually lie on the couch. Some bring in their favorite throw or blanket. They bring in different things. They'll bring in something that they'll hold in their hand, a stress ball or something that's familiar to them, something that's warm. They may bring a beverage in, a hot drink or a cold drink. So we always like to make sure that you feel welcome and the comfort level is there for what you need. We assure the confidentiality like I did just now. And then we kind of go over what we're talking about, which I also did just now. So then we're going to talk a little bit about who I am and what is my intention in your life. And then I also want you to share a brief background of yourself. So in the chat, I want you to take a moment right now and I want you to share something about yourself, anything at all, something you would want me to know if it was our first time meeting, as if it's our first time meeting. Thank you, Ashley. It says she's a new member. I'm not really sure what that means. That's a shame, but it is showing up in YouTube. So maybe she took a membership. Okay, good. She's a member. Thank you, Ashley, for being a member of Soul Detox Online. Very good. So in this session tonight, we're just going to spend about 50 minutes, which is exactly what we've been spending every night together in the 30 days. So you have an idea how fast the sessions can go, or some days, depending on the meatiness of the sessions, how slow they can really feel like, oh my God, this is never going to end. So, of course, in life coaching, there's a lot of assessments that are done, a lot of questionnaires. Most times they're completed by you. Maybe later on, more in the session, the coach would do a little bit of the assessments, but usually it's done by you because it's showing you how much you really know about yourself already that maybe you just don't pay attention to. So let's see if you can just tell me a little bit about yourself. I enjoy being by water. I'm becoming more self-aware. I feel like a loner. I like nature and the zoo. Good. So if everyone can just take their time and just put something in there about yourself. That's very important. And while you're sharing that, I will listen to what you say. I won't come against whatever comment you make, whether you say, I feel like a loner, or I like water, or I'm just not happy today. I met someone today for the first time, and she just saw the label on the books that I was mailing out. And she immediately said to me, I need a soul detox. And she said that I don't mean to be mean to people, but I'm tired. I'm just tired. It's just too much. And I didn't know she was talking about her job or, just her life overall. And then her eyes begin to well up. Some tears begin to fall. And then, of course, the Holy Spirit wanted to minister to her. So I decreased as he increased and ministered to her. And she shared that she even has some material on Amazon as well. So you all will probably end up meeting her on here. Powerful, powerful encounter that God gave me today. I love encounters outside the church. So looking back at what you have on there. So let's move down a little bit more. Now that I know a little bit about you, let's talk about this first part of the work that we are going on the journey with this year. And let's talk about your current state of self-awareness. Your current state of self-awareness. I may be asking you some open-ended questions. Don't feel challenged. Don't feel like you have a right or wrong answer ever, please. And do not feel as though it's a test. I'm testing your moral character, or I'm testing your level of intellect, or if I'm testing your level of emotional intellect. Never feel like that. It's always just an opportunity for you to open a door to see what's behind the door so that more will come out. Questions are very powerful in a coaching session because they lead to great conversations and astronomical self-awarenesses. You will be so surprised. So as I gave you the definition of self-awareness in regards to your personal and professional growth, let's move into that tonight and let's talk about that. Part of dealing with self-awareness in our session tonight, I want to make you aware of a couple of models. One is called the Johari window. Or the emotional intelligence components. It's a structure. It's a model that we're going to use. And I'm going to guide you on this and I'm going to lead you. And it's beginning today as our first session on understanding your level of self-awareness. And we would do this, proactively, randomly throughout the sessions to determine your growth and where your strengths are. What are some of the triggers that have set you back so we can make you aware of your triggers? What are some areas you should work on? What are the areas that you're just completely not paying attention to? So if you can number 1 through 10 in your journal, and if you don't have a journal, I always can provide one, but it's always important to come in with a journal. And I'm going to ask you these questions to determine our basis for meeting today on your level of self-awareness. So number 1, understanding emotions. This is your number 1 question. Can you recall a recent situation where your emotions took you by surprise? Can you recall a time? Hopefully this year would be helpful. If not, then go further back where your emotions took you by surprise. Yes. Okay, good. How did you deal with the feelings that came from those emotions that took you by surprise? How did you deal with it? Okay, as you write your notes in there, just keep journaling along and we'll go through your journal together as needed. Number 2, I want you to think about a time you received unexpected feedback. It was unexpected, whether positive or negative. The key is it was unexpected feedback. Think of a time when you received unexpected feedback. And I want you to journal just quickly. You know, you can add to it when you get home, when you have more time, but to make time and make it meaningful for our sessions, I want you to describe how did you react initially to the unexpected feedback. Now, I'm saying it nicely, unexpected feedback, but I've heard it said in certain ways, like, I didn't ask them to give me some information. I didn't ask them to try to be my psychiatrist. I didn't ask them to act like they was my pastor. I didn't give them the permission to give me any feedback about me. That's what I'm talking about. The last time you received something like that, how did you react initially? And what did you think later about it? Let's see how self-aware you are. I started to beat myself up. I felt hurt. I stay silent. Yes, powerful one. I stay quiet. I feel warm inside. That's a good indicator. That's physiological that you're paying attention to. What were your subsequent thoughts and actions? Did you say, all I had to do was answer this way? Or did you go home and bounce it off a spouse? Did you take it to prayer? How long did it take you to get through that moment? Question number 3. This is dealing with your self-perception. How would you describe yourself in 3 words? Describe, be descriptive. 3 words to describe yourself. It took me a long time. Okay. Yeah, I hear that often. I know someone that's really better. It used to bother them for months, and then they got it down to weekends, and now they kind of ebbs and flows between a weekend or a week is the longest now when things like that come to them. Describe yourself in 3 words. Good, Danielle. Good, Joycey. Come on, Dolores. 3 words. Come on, one more, then we'll move on to the next one. There you go, Tasha Ross. Thank you. All right. Number 4. Now I'm profiling you. I'm assessing you to see how you handle conflict. Describe a recent conflict or disagreement you had. We're in the self-awareness chapter of the book, but I'm doing an assessment, a separate assessment. Number 4, how you handle conflict. Describe a recent conflict or disagreement you had. Describe it. For the sake of tonight, just maybe you can put down what the event was or what you felt it was about. And then later on, I would really, really want to see your journal where you actually penned it out. Pen the whole story out. How you felt, how you saw it, all of that. And then, as a part of that same question, I want you to tell me, what was your role in the conflict? What was your role in it? What was your role in the conflict? I know we're working tonight. Maybe the next night we log on, you can lay back and I'll just kind of educate, but we have to do our work. Describe a recent conflict or disagreement you had. And now I'm asking in that same question, what was your role in the conflict? Were you the aggressor? Were you assertive with the conversation? Were you passive aggressive with it? What was your role in it? Were you the listener? Were you a bystander? And how did you contribute to the resolution or the escalation? Did you contribute to its resolution or did you contribute to the escalation of it? How did you do? Talk to me. I felt like I was the victim. I love that, Thomasina. That's good, though. That's good. And be honest. This is not about answering what you think people want to hear or being morally correct. It's being honest. We're on self-awareness right now. Calm the person down. Very good. So were you part of the resolution of the conflict or the escalation of it? I know a lot of us do not like conflict, but conflict is not going away as long as we're on this earth. Number 5, decision-making process. I'm determining now with this question, your decision-making process. When faced with a significant decision, how do you usually make your choice? How do you usually make your choice in a significant decision-making opportunity? How do you normally make your choice? We're almost done. Don't overheat. And then after, how do you make your choice? Can you walk me through your thought process for a recent major decision? I want you to think of a very important major decision that you made recently. It was important to you. You don't have to explain it and say, well, it may not be important to you, but it was important to me. You don't have to explain any of that in here. Just tell me that when you're faced with a significant decision, how do you usually make the choice? And can you walk me through your thought process? I'm learning how you think now on that most recent major decision. And I will spend some time going back over your chat. Please make sure you journal. This question, we're going to deal with number 6, and I'm learning about your adaptability. Your adaptability. Tell me about a time when things didn't go according to plan. How did you adapt to the change, and what did you learn about yourself? Number 6, adaptability. Tell me about a time when things didn't go according to plan, and how did you adapt to the change? Ebony, can you put adaptability on the bubble for me? Thank you, Brittany and John Paul. I'll shout out our new members. Adaptability. And what you write tonight doesn't hold a big significance because we're going to unpack it together. And we're going to make sure you understood the question, make sure that this is how you normally handle things. And then remember the last part of number 6 is, what did you learn about yourself? You want to learn about yourself in every instance that you deal with. So let's move on to number 7. You can always replay it. Now I'm determining your values and your principles. What are the core values or principles that guide your life decisions? Can you give an example of how these played out in a real life situation? What are the core values or principles that guide your life's decisions? And then, can you give an example of how these played out in a real life situation? What are some of the things that are important to you? You hold these things dear to you. They are of value to you. And they're not just generic value. These are, when you touch these, you touch my heart. You touch my lifeline when you touch these. What are your core values and principles? Oh, very good. Y'all are answering. I'm proud of you, Rashard. Very good, Raphael. Values and principles. Number 8, strengths and areas for growth. Strengths and areas for growth. What do you consider to be your strengths? Take a moment and list our strengths. What do you consider to be your strengths? And then on the opposite side of that, in what areas do you feel you could improve? And the last part of number 8, strengths and areas for growth, I want you to think about how these impacted your personal or professional life. Your strengths, how has your strengths impacted your personal or professional life? And how do you think you can improve upon these strengths in your personal as well as your professional life? Almost done. John Booker, I'm with you all the way. Great job. 57 of you on tonight. Great job. Number 9, this is where we determine your mindfulness and presence. How often do you find yourself fully present in the moment, as opposed to thinking about the past or the future? Can you describe a recent moment of mindfulness? You should be able to do that on your own now without me. How often do you find yourself fully present in the moment? And that's the opposite of thinking about the past or the future, something you've done, something you have to do, something you've got to get done. How often do you find yourself fully present? To be fully present is a present. I tell myself that every day for like 6 months now. so that I don't just keep asking these days to fly by. And our last area, number 10, emotional regulation. When you are experiencing strong emotions, how do you typically manage them? How do you manage your emotions right here at this point? 30-day check-in from Soul Detox. So much more work to still do. We're happy about it. We're excited about it because we have a navigation and a compass to get us there. But at this point today, how do you typically manage your emotions? Are there strategies that you found to be particularly effective or ineffective for you? Like some people say, I just can't do the mindfulness things. And it's usually because they have anxiety and it's hard for them to stay in the moment. Or they'll say, that deep breathing thing, that's kind of embarrassing. I feel corny doing that. Yeah. Let's slow you down a little bit. Let's slow you down and introduce you to some of the corny things in life. When you are experiencing strong emotions, how do you typically manage them? Are there strategies that you found to be particularly effective or even ineffective? Good job. Good job today. First session, not too bad. A lot of you are still ignoring things. We're going to get better on that. A lot of you are walking away. Remember the regrets and action you took and inaction you should have took? Or lastly, what was the last one? And it's going to get stuck on the finger. Or the last one, avoidance. These things are going to lead to regret. So let's be mindful and keep moving ahead. We are dealing with chapter 1 in our session work, our soul session work. Self-awareness is the conscious knowledge of my own character. Self-awareness is the conscious knowledge of my own character, feelings, motives, and desires. In the context of personal and professional growth, it refers to the ability to see oneself clearly and objectively through introspection and the willingness to learn about one's intrinsic motivations, emotional responses, and patterns of behavior. Patterns. Self-awareness is the foundation for personal development, as it enables individuals to understand their strengths and weaknesses and set realistic goals to make meaningful life changes. So this could sound boring sometimes or uncomfortable for you, but self-awareness, we really need to spend the most amount of time on, because that is the layer of a strong foundation of who you are personally, who you are professionally, what you would like to garner and gain in your personal and professional life. The importance of self-awareness is in your personal and professional life can never be overstated. You can never overstate this. You can get sick of me saying it, and I can still never overstate it enough. The importance of self-awareness in your personal and professional growth cannot be overstated. It directly impacts decision-making by allowing individuals to make choices that are aligned with their true values and goals, rather than being swayed by fleeting emotions or external pressures. In relationships, somebody say in relationships, self-awareness fosters deeper empathy and understanding, as individuals who understand their own emotions are better equipped to recognize and respond to the emotions of others. Regarding emotional regulation, self-awareness is crucial for identifying emotional triggers and developing strategies to manage emotions effectively, leading to improved stress management and resilience. All right, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the Johari window, and then we're going to end here for tonight. How are we doing? Anyone need a breather? Are we doing okay? Glad you came back for your session today. So to help provide structure to this concept of self-awareness, there have been so many different models made and frameworks to help develop the individual self. Two fundamental ones include the Johari window and the components of emotional intelligence. We're right on key, right? So let's talk about the Johari window. This model is a cognitive psychological tool, and it was created by Joseph Luft. If you ever take any psychology classes, I'm sure you've heard that name, and Harrington Ingham in 1955, designed to help people better understand their interpersonal communication and relationships. It divides personal awareness into 4 quadrants. Say personal awareness into 4. Now, I like to take the time to explain this to my clients because I am a firm believer of psychological education as well as the coaching session for a person to get understanding. When we understand things, we answer more accurately. When we understand things, we have more weightier questions. And when we understand things, we are more often to finish them, to complete them, and not to throw them away as if they have no weight in our life or in the progresses of our life. So the Johari window model is a cognitive psychological tool, and it breaks down personal awareness into 4 quadrants. Number 1 is called an open area. An open area. What is an open area? Information about yourself that both you and others know. So we will talk at some point on what is the open area of your life. What are the boundaries that you have in your life that fall within the open area? And you might say, well, what is the open area? I don't know the boundary. That boundary is, it's information about yourself that both you and others know. What information, what boundary, who's in the open area boundary? That area is where information about yourself that both you and others know. The second quadrant of the Johari window is the blind area. The blind area. And this is the boundary area where things others know about you, but you are unaware of. The blind area. And we're getting to the meat tonight of self-awareness. There's the open area, and now there's the blind area. Things others know about you, but you are unaware of. You may have heard the term blind spot or blinders in your life. This is an area that is worth working with a coach. I have people that come and work with me just to find their blind spots. And in about 6 or 8 sessions, we do the assessments, we have the conversations, and we find their blind spots, and they're able to work on them. They can go to therapy, they can stay with us, or they can work on their own with self-improvement. We all have blind areas. Those are the areas that people know about you, but you are unaware of. And then there's the hidden area. The hidden area. Things you know about yourself that you hide from others. Good job. You guys are keeping up. Fantastic session tonight. The open area, the blind area, the hidden area, and lastly, the unknown area. The unknown area. Things that are unknown to both yourself and others. How could that be? These can include untapped potential or unconscious aspects of your personality. You and others may be totally unaware of it. Metacognition. You don't know what you don't know about yourself. And sometimes others don't either. That's a tagline, right? Things that are unknown to both you and yourself, to others and yourself. An example of that would mean your untapped potential. You were totally blindsided. You were totally operating all of your life in an unknown area. You never knew you had potential in this area. You never knew you had a gift or a skill. You never knew that you could run a marathon. You never knew that you could actually travel alone. You didn't know that you could actually, you get my point? Fill in the blank. I didn't know. That's an unknown area. And one example is untapped potential that you or your spouse never knew. You or your friends never knew. You and your siblings, your peers, your parents. It's an unknown area. By expanding the open area through feedback from your coach, and sometimes your coach will have you get feedback from others and your own personal self-discovery, all of our clients enhance their self-awareness and at the same time improve upon their interpersonal skills. So that's your work until we get on again. Your work until we get on again is the Johari window. And I want you to work on your self-awareness by determining your open area, your blind area, your hidden area, and your unknown area. Now I'm going to come on here continuously throughout the year. We're shooting for twice a week, and I'm going to do some work with you. But those who are in membership, you're going to get more of the time where we may come back on after we end in 55 minutes. I'm going to come back on with those members on YouTube, and we're actually going to allow you to dialogue with us, ask the questions, help investigate, challenge you to go a little deeper in your thinking. So there's a difference. And then, of course, if you just sign up for coaching, if you're able to do that and you sign up for it, you're going to have a great time in that because we're going to really delve into those areas with no interruptions. I don't have to say things twice. I don't have to check to make sure that the camera's on and the recording is working. Even though Ebony's doing it, I have to keep looking. You might see me looking down a lot tonight, and that's because the camera's straight here, but the view of what I'm seeing is below. So you see all those things make a difference that you don't have to worry about when you're on one-on-one. But at least if you sign up for the YouTube membership, you can get a little bit more. I'd love for you to do everything and anything, prosper in all ways, but you have to do what you're ready for. You have to do what you're willing to invest in, and you have to do it not a minute before you're able to do it, when you're consciously ready to do it. My passion is people growth, personal development. So Johari window is your assignment. Are you able to do that and have that ready for us on our next session together? Very good. All right. That's all the work I'm going to give you tonight. We're going to have one more component on our next session together. Make sure your notifications are on so you know when we're coming back on until we get a standard schedule. I was trying to go for Sunday night, but it didn't work out that way yesterday. But we will have 2 nights a week scheduled so you will know automatically. But while we're tweaking and working around that, I would really appreciate if you have your notifications on. And tonight, I want to thank first everyone for the Cash Apps. You guys gave above and beyond. I knew that you were blessed, and I can tell by where you give because money is a heart treasury. Money is a heart treasury. Money is a treasure of the heart. There are things that we treasure: our grandkids, our homes, quality time, some of those love languages. And money is a treasury of your heart. And I can tell by your giving that you treasured this 30 days. And I appreciate it for you for that. And I thank you for being such a gift in our life as we continue to work hard and put together this work to cause you to prosper in your life. So thank you very much for those that became members tonight. First, I see Manny Davis. He sold a super sticker. Thank you. Carolyn Booker sold a super sticker. Thank you. Little Lulu, thank you for your super sticker. Leah Shaw, thank you. Thank you, Edith Sylvia. And then thank you, Ashley Otero, for becoming a member. Thank you, Brittany and John Paul, for becoming a member. And I think Ebony became a member as well because they have these special marks next to them. All right. My work is done. I babbled a lot tonight. Forgive me. I've got to get a different level of comfort doing the one-on-one sessions live, but we're going to tweak it. We're going to work it out, and we're going to blow through this year with triumph. All right. Let's go ahead and prophesy and declare and decree over ourselves tonight. I wish above all things that I prosper and be in good health, even as my soul prospers. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and please share. God bless you and have a good night.